Hey guys, you want to see some magic? Sure, Orko. Anything from you. I'm gonna make the sun shine, and I'm gonna make a big giant rainbow. Abracadabra, spriddly spree. Come make a rainbow for me. Oh no!
Autobots, transform!
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the review. I am George. I go by the 80s Transformer fan, and I have a box in front of me today. You know what I love to unbox on camera, and we're going to get this thing open, dramatic style, to see what's inside. But if you know the title of the review, you know what's inside. So it's sort of anticlimactic, but let's check it out anyway. It might be a surprise or two. Open up the box. There's some packing. When I first got this box, I thought it was from eBay. I didn't order anything from eBay. And here is the little instructions on how to assemble the stand. It says assembly tips for Dre-Elle and Montork. This is from PowerCon. It is 3 figures. It's Dre-Elle, Montork. This one is Spikor, which I already did a review on that. I wanted an extra Spikor. So I ordered it on off Big Bag, and this is for Chopper. And again, same packaging, same style, spin it around. And I'm going to open it up with the reverse of the box in front of us. And there's Uncle Montauk and Dre-Elle on the back of the box, and we have twin bios on the back of the box. So Dre-Elle is at the top. You can pause that and read that. And we're going to go up for Uncle Montork. And you can pause that and read that. Okay, so to the best of my knowledge, this is the first time that there's been an attempt to produce these characters in action figure form. And they're packaged inside this window style packaging. You can see their stands at the bottom. They're each holding a wand with their first initial at the top of the wand, a D for Dre-Elle and an M for Montauk. And standard logo, standard packaging, Super 7. And they look very, very good inside the packaging. And again, we'll come around to the back of the box one more time to make this review official. Side of the box, and I am going to get this figure open. Slice the 3 standard pieces of tape on the box. I'm going to slide these guys out and see how cool they are. Package at the bottom of the box is just 2 stands. Release Montauk. They should have did a 3-pack with this. We should have got like with the hover droids. It should have been a 3-pack, and we should have got yuckers in a 3-pack with this. I think they kind of stiffed us on that. Maybe we'll get yuckers later with I can't think of the little the Mitzelplick type version of Orko, where they had to trick him into saying his name and get him to go back to his dimension. So anyway, get Dre-Elle out. Her wand feels very rigid, which some of the swords and staff should be. It feels very rigid, so you ain't got to worry about it warping inside the packaging. If I get this back in her hand, Montauk staff out of there, and both the staffs are very rigid, which I like, which means it might be a little bit more prone to breaking, but I like it. Here's his staff. Let me get it in his hand if he can hold it. Yeah, he holds it pretty well. Get in her hand. I think she has different hands than him. I'll get it down to the notches, and now she can hold it. And they both come packaged with stands, which have instructions for, and they probably put the instructions in here after Scott Knightley went ham on these guys. A lot of people don't like Scott Knightley. I love Scott Knightley. He's the reason why we have these figures in the first place. Well, most of the reason, the big reason why. All right, carefully heat the base of the figure with the hair dryer. Now, I'm gonna need $10 off because I gotta use power to actually play with my figures. You know, that means like you goofed up. You should have done better. And Scott Knightley called it an epic fail. But you couldn't get it in there. A guy was interviewing him and he was playing with these toys. And I thought it was hilarious. A lot of people didn't like it. A lot of people don't like that guy. But anyway, I'm going to try and jam it up in her anyway. Yeah. Alright. And Dre-Elle took it like a champ. Orko's going to be so proud. But anyway, I jammed it up in her. There is Dre-Elle. Okay, ladies first. I'm going to take a look at Dre-Elle while I have her on her stand. And immediately what jumps out is her eyes with the blue eyes and the blue eyeshadow. It's done perfect on my figure. And her little blonde hair coming from underneath her pink hood is done perfect on my figure. And the thing that's curious, it has a little bit of a wash on it, which you don't see in the Club Grayskull line. It's supposed to be more simplistic and cartoon accurate. And on the back of her hair, you can see even more of a wash on her blonde hair. And the little scarf covering her face, it has like 2 tones of pink. It's like a soft pink, and then it fades into a lighter pink right in front of her face. And she has the same pattern on her head, where she has like a lighter pink highlight here and on the sides, bringing out the details of her headscarf or her headdress. And her ears are painted all the way down to the bottom, which is very cool. It almost seems like it's 2 different pieces. It may be because the paint is done well. She has a lot more pointy ears than Orko and Uncle Montauk, whatever his name is, Uncle Montauk. And her paint apps could not be better. They could not be better. Coming down to her tunic or her dress, it is one solid piece until you get to the arms. And it is unpainted. I love the fact that it's just a solid plastic piece, and I don't have to worry about paint over it chipping off or coming off. And her articulation is as follows. She has the little jointed hinge at the shoulder. If you maneuver her head just right, her arm will 360. You can move up and down on that same hinge coming down to her elbow. She has the elbow hinge where it can bend up and back, and you can swivel her at the elbow. If I can hold it and separate it, she swivels at the elbow coming to her hand. Her hand will 360, but there's no hinge bringing it in and out. She's having trouble holding this staff, and I'm assuming it's because she has a smaller female hand, or maybe because her staff is unpainted and Montauk's is painted. So she's having a little bit. Her only problem I see with her is her having trouble holding the staff. I'm going to slide her back. I'm going to go with Uncle Montork. Uncle Montork. I keep saying it wrong. And he looks very, very much like Orko, and he should. They're the same trial and race. But when I say that, it looks like they scanned the original figure and went from there, because the head and the hat is a lot similar. And his paint is done well all the way down. His ears are painted all the way down to the hood, unlike the Orko that I have. His eyes or eyeglasses are painted pretty well. He has a little bit of bleed on one of the corners. He has 2 dots for eyes, 2 black dots for eyes. That's done well. He has the purple scarf, nice little detail in there. He has the white beard, and it's a very soft plastic, which is pretty cool, even though you're not gonna bend it or anything like that. I guess to help him look down. Yeah, and I missed the head articulation on Dre-Elle, but this guy, he can look down just a little bit and hold it, which is rare for Super 7. And he can look up just a little bit. So he has a little bit of articulation in there. And it's the exact same body as Dre-Elle. He rotates at the shoulder. He has the hinge on there. Get his arm in and out. He has the swivel at the elbow. And he has the bend at the elbow as well coming to his hand. He 360s at the hand. And if you count the stand articulation, it's on a ball joint. And he can roll all around and all about. And back to Dre-Elle. I missed her head articulation. Dre-Elle can look down that far, and she can't really look up much because her hair is so hard. She probably could look up more, but her hair is very, very hard. They should have made it nice and soft like Uncle Montauk's beard, but they didn't do that. But these figures look very, very good. I don't have, other than her not holding on to this damn staff, I don't have anything to complain about. They look excellent. They look absolutely excellent. Only thing I wish is they gave us yuckers to put right in the middle. It should have been a 3-pack, just like the hover droids, right? Right? Let me see if I can pop his head. Feels pretty tight. I got it off. And he has a giant ass ball joint in there. And this comes apart. Wow. I don't even think that's the same ball joint from Oracle. It might be. That's the inside, but that popped off pretty easy. Hopefully I can get it back on. Pretty easy. Yeah, popped it right back on there. And now to decapitate Dre-Elle. Yes, my pretty, you are next. Bring me your head. And I don't know if I mentioned that her scarf appears to be a separate paint app over some softer plastic. It's an entirely separate piece glued to the head. And speaking of head, off with her head. Come on, Dre-Elle. Give up the head. Her head comes off just as easy. And you can see that paint application with the dry brushing goes underneath her head. So they put a lot of love into this figure. The ball inside is black. And she has just this standard joint on the body. So, so far so good. I have no complaints. I'm going to pause the camera now to try to get this on here because their ears are sticking the hell out of my hand. All right, before I get this on, I'm going to pause a minute and bring out Orko. This is my son's Orko. Mine's still in the packaging. You know how I go. I'm going to pop off his head, and you can see he has a standard Master of the Universe ball joint inside his body, and which allows you to put He-Man's head on here, Skeletor head on here, pretty much anybody you want. And these two new versions of his body have this enormous peg. And it's like, why would they do that? They could have let us play around and maybe swap heads or something. But they just completely went with this new body. Alright, the first comparison I'm really going to do is Oracle and Montauk, since they're both male versions of the figure. And take a look at their hats. It appears to be a recreation of the same hat. I don't know if they still have access to the same molds. But it looks pretty faithful to the hat Oracle got on. I know it's the same style, but it actually looked like it's so close that I think it's the exact same. But Montauk is actually done better. Like the paint, like Oracle paint was never good, but there's some paint coming off the ears, but it was always this little splash up under here, or where the paint doesn't meet the hat. So that's done better. And he's wearing a completely different scarf underneath. And I guess they just made it where you couldn't swap these guys out. But the arm, oh, the arm is slightly different too. Yeah, I see the sleeve, and I see it at the elbow. The arm is different too. So the hands are pretty close. But I think they're different, or different enough. What do you think? Like, it's close, but I think it's different. Let's see if Orko can hold his staff just as well. Orko, the staff he has, I don't know what my son did with his, but he can't hold it at all. So Orko can hold his staff just fine. Let's see if Uncle Montork can hold Dre-Elle's staff. See if the difference is the hand. Yeah, and the difference is the hand. I guess she has a more feminine, smaller hand. If she's having trouble holding the staff, which they didn't think about, which they molded the same staff and put it in 2 different hands, which bugs me a little bit. But if you get it in there just right, she can hold it. But you got to get in there just right with the ridges right between her fingers. All right, Master Universe fans, to wrap this thing up, these figures couldn't have been done better. I have some styling things that I might have wanted done better personally, like the stands could have been translucent, but the larger base is very, very cool. They threw in some staffs that I don't think even ever existed, which was cool. Really, other than the ball joints being different and you can't swap these guys out for Orko or back and forth, that's the only thing that really sucks. But, you know, I mean, how many times are you going to swap the heads out anyway? So if you can find these figures, because they're gone now, or you got to get these guys on the aftermarket if you can. I can't remember what these guys were, but I'm happy to have them. If you can pick them up and you can add them to your trawling collection. And I'm pretty sure these aren't the last trawlings we're going to see. We're going to see yuckers, and I cannot think of that mischievous guy. They had to trick him to saying his name to go back to Orko's dimension. But anyway, Excellent figures. Probably some of the better ones from Super 7, which isn't saying much. And I am George, the 80s Transformer fan, saying, I'll see you soon.
Autobots, transform!